Welcome back to our next installment in drawing our alleyway. You may recall last time we blocked in some of the pretty big shapes and some of the things that are going on here. Today what I want to do is kind of finish up some of the details, and I kind of need to decide what I want to put in it so I can deal with space. I don't think I'm put everything in it, but there are some things that I think would be good. I want to finish up some of these structures, like they have these little open areas here, these little areas that are of different value here. Looks like there's an intake here for a grate of some sort. I'm considering doing this part of the fire escape with that. I think that might be kind of a cool structure. I think it's a major part of the drawing, so I want to do that. I think probably some of these structures on the walls that go across through here that hold up the lights, I think that'd probably be a pretty good deal. And then also there's some things on the surface over here. It looks like maybe little windows with grates or something on them. Anyway, they look like little window pieces that recede back at a pretty regular interval back in here. So I'm thinking those are some of the things. Still on the fence about the fire escapes. They're a pretty big structure on there, but there's a lot of things happening. Then also some of the bricks as they rotate down through here. So I'm gonna jump into that and see what we got. So let's get my drawing paper. This is how far I got last time. Let's go ahead and work a little bit. Oh, there was this little doorway right there that I kind of wanted to get in, and so I'm going to start with the width as I look at it. It's just a real narrow one like that, and so I got the initial width of it, and then the height of it goes, I'm just going to guess, up to about here. Gotta count for the thickness of the pencil a little bit, like that. And then the other side of it, I'm gonna put it about right there. And those are some verticals. So the thing we're trying to learn on this one is what goes to the vanishing point and what goes to the vertical and what is horizontal. And so the top, since it recedes back into space, is going back to this vanishing point. Verticals are always vertical on that one. They don't change anything on those. And so that's just vertical, vertical. And horizontals are all horizontals. And those are things that do not recede back into space on those. And so I can see the floor of this little entryway there. And I can also see the ceiling. It's above the horizon line. And so those are both horizontal. They're not going back into space. They're kind of going off to the side, I guess. So something that goes off to the side, you know, on those, or something that goes up and down on your drawing is going to be either horizontal or vertical on those. If it goes back into space, so if we have something like this, we're looking on the side. There's a front side that's closer to us, and this is further away, and this is further away, further away, further away. This part of the door right here is closer to us, and this one is further away, so it's going to go to the vanishing point. Hopefully you can use that as a guide for creating more of your drawings and some of the structures that we have going with that. So we got that. This thing here had the difference in the brick patterns on those, and I think that comes about with at different times where these things here, like there used to be, there was probably at one time a structure here, like let's say that, I don't know, 3 windows sitting right here together, but those windows are no longer there and they've been filled in with different colored bricks on that. And I think you can see that in these things here, that there's the appearance of having some windows, but they've been filled in with those. Okay, so this part right here, straight up and down, right? It's going straight up and down, so that we know that that's just going to be a vertical. But this part right here is closer than this part, so it's got to go back to our vanishing point, back into space. And I want that maybe just a little higher. I'm going to shoot it like that. And as such, I need to finish up this one. And this is just kind of the change of some of the structure, some of the brick that's in there. It's still going to have kind of the same bricky pattern on it as far as we know with those. And then up on top of those, we had some other little marks that looked like these little edge things here that have been removed. And so I'm going to go here like that, and then I'm going to eyeball that one. Don't tell anybody. That's going to do that. And then these are going to be divided into 3 areas. And I'm going to use the back side of these little bricks so that they line up with each other. So this is a value. This is a value on those. And this is going to help when I get to the shading side of things. That's the next installment. Today's practice, or our goal today, is to get our finished outline drawing on that. So finished outline drawing is what we want. And so I'm just going to erase those out a little bit like that. So that has some of that structure. And I wanted that one, and then this one also had some of those structures too. Let's take this out of here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a line there, and a little bit of a line here. I don't know how much of this I'm going to see. This one is just here, and all this was extra. Remember, that's the difference between using the vanishing points to create the drawing and then drawing exactly what we see. What I see in here is these 3 different areas along this lines. But if I'm using my vanishing point, they just happen to line up with this guy here on those. And so now I want to put in my, this had kind of a cool thing here on that grate. I'm gonna, that vent thing here, and so it went just below this piece. That means that's going to go all the way up there, and it's going to come all the way. That's that one, and oh, we had to put this other one right here that's up just a little bit. And this was going to be the front of it. And it's important that you break up your spaces in here, like you don't have just one big wall that's blank, you know. That just doesn't make it very interesting on what we're going to do. I see this little cube that's just sitting right here on the side. This little part sticks out this way. This little part sticks out that way. This one is going to be like that. And then this bottom part comes back to the vanishing point, like that. And then the very bottom of it is horizontal. And after a while you kind of get a feeling for these pieces on how they construct on that. And so that's kind of cool. And then I want this one to go to the end of this one. So this is kind of going to be my, had that little ghost of that thing here. This is going to be that vent. I'm going to have that up about right there. And that is on the surface. This is going to be an extension. This is going to have about a halfway point on the vent. And I can go until I feel I have enough stuff in the whole of the drawing here on those. And then so that goes there, that goes there. I guess that one has another little piece off of this one, huh? And so that's going to come off here. And I'm going to put that just a little bit in right there. And then that's going to be more of that. Oh, cool. Cool. Now I got it. And then these things have some vent blades going across them, all to the vanishing point. And so I'm just going to draw those in. And I want to keep them about the same distance apart. I'm not going to have them go all the way to the edge. I think I need a little room to make their structure a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the bricks on the side of the building, and that's going to take just a little bit of time, because we have that brick look to it. Some of you may not have a brick wall. That might work out to your advantage in the long run, just because it takes time to do those bricks on the wall. I'll do a little bit of a brick sort of a thing so you can see it on what it's supposed to look like in this demo. I don't think I'm going to show the whole thing of everything I'm going to draw, because I think I have more that I want to draw than you actually need to see. The main purpose of this one is so that you can see that I'm starting to fill the areas with the structure that we have. So there's something on the walls, the little tiny details and that sort of a thing. And so these are kind of the vents that I have in here. When I do my shading, I'll be able to put some of the darker areas in here, like you may remember when we did our Corvette drawing on those. I'm going to put some brick pattern just in this part right here, because it's a little bit different brick than some of the others. Maybe I'll make them a little bit smaller, but I wanted to show you on the brick pattern, if you have brick, what you're gonna end up doing with those. Okay, so I'm going to just start here at the top and put in the vanishing line ones with those. And so this is the thickness of the bricks coming down here. And I'm going to try and keep this distance the same, here to here to here. The beauty of this technique is it's all ruler with that one. You don't have to guess on it. You just use the vanishing point on all these things, and that helps you create an accurate drawing. That's the technique. That's what it's all about with those. So that's the deal. That's why we're just taking the time to do it. And this part, to finish up your outline drawing, may take a little bit longer. I'll kind of see how long it takes me to finish one up, to finish the outline drawing up. I may apportion another day to us for work time on this, and that's what I don't want to overburden you with things that take a long time with this little adventure we're having with the stay-at-home things. My goal is to have us working for maybe 35, 45 minutes or so, something like that, within that time frame. Okay, so there I have all those lines that are receding back into space. And then you may have remembered this from when we did the tiles, right? When we did the tiles on our small hall drawing on that one. So I'm going to start here. All these are going to be vertical, and this is going to be the half a brick. And so I'm going to start here with the half a brick on top. I'm going to fill every other one as I come down until I get down to the bottom right there. Okay, and so that's what that one looks like. So I'm filling every other slot on those. Now this wall, if I choose to have it blank, I could have brick from the top all the way down to the bottom on this one. That's another reason why I might break up that space just a little bit. And then I go about half a brick length out again, right? So from here to here is the same as here to here. And so my half a brick length is real important also to make sure you line up your ruler with the sides. It's really easy as you put these bricks out to do something like this and have it start to turn, and then all of a sudden you get near the end here and your bricks aren't even straight anymore. So just make a double check just before you start putting your lines in that those things are going. Now I'm going to start out the other line, and so that is right here, and I'm going to skip. This is the same thing if you have if you're doing a shingled roof or something like that. That's the same sort of a deal. I'm going to go out about half again, right? And now I can go back to the original ones. Double check my line. I'm a little bit off. Okay, there we go. And so the top, and then always look to see that you're drawing the line in the right spot. I have a tendency, sometimes I get in a hurry and I don't pay attention to which line it is, and then the next thing you know I have an error and I'm off a ton on those ones. Okay, so let's go about half again. And they can get slightly bigger as they come out, because they are getting closer to you on those, but they don't have to change that much. I don't think the bricks in and of themselves are that big of a change over that distance, so we'll not worry about it. Okay, so it's this one right here. I got to look for the big spot, right? So I'm drawing the big brick. And then down here, like that. And so that's creating my brick pattern that I have. Okay, double check back here, make sure that that's straight. Back to this one, and this one, and that one. This is where it becomes time consuming on those. And why I did that one out. Oh, this one right here. Right here. That's where we are. Wish I could say that this goes a lot faster, but it doesn't really go faster. Oh, break your pencil. I think I'll finish this one up. Oh, great. Right near the end of the lead. I think I'm out of juice too. Oh, I hate that. Okay, dramatic pause where I get this other pencil. Been using this mechanical pencil, now I got a regular guy. Okay, not too shabby. And so the long one is here. I can go in just a little more, huh? And then that one, that one. Okay, so I think you get the idea of the brick, okay? I'm going to hold off on, I'll finish this out in just a little bit, but for the sake of our demo here, I don't want this going too long. I just wanted to kind of show what I would do for some things on here. Obviously, I'm going to put bricks up over here. I might put some of these other things down. I'll upload the final photo and kind of have that on my on the assignment page for you as I finish out the drawing. But that's a little bit of the idea of what we're doing here. For these things that are on this side, I'm just going to draw the bottom of them so they're up a little bit. And I'm doing a light line to start out. And they're just little windows, so I don't need tons and tons of space on that. And so just a light line up here so I kind of know where it is. Okay, I'm going to start with a close one here so we can kind of see what it is we're doing. So do I just want to make them, I think I'm just going to make them just a little bit of an indentation maybe on that one. And so from top to bottom, here's an edge. Here's the thickness of the indentation, like that. And then I'm going to have it just go back into space, kind of like this thing on the other side, this little window ledge thing. I think I'm just going to have that be it. That you'll see just the window ledge, so it'll go all the way back into space. I could make it so you can see part of the window as well, but that might just be too much detail on those. And so here's the window ledge thing here. And so then the next one, let's say, is this far away. And so I have that piece going like that. And it's this thick. I'm going to make it a little thinner since it's further away. Make sure that we're going vertical. And then this one, like that. This one, like that. And this light line will probably work pretty good for us. As we come in and we make the lines even stronger, this is going to happen. So between this area and this one is stronger. This one is stronger, like that. I just wanted to put these in so you can kind of see what it is I'm drawing. And that one like that. Oops, I'm a little high on my vanishing point, aren't I? Okay. That was going off into the star spaces. There we go. And just a little bit of space in between there. That one. The opening itself, about the same distance here, maybe a little smaller. And then the receding part, that shoots out at the side, I mean. Part that shoots out the side, the horizontal part. And let's put another one right here. And eventually these are going to get so close together, they're kind of all blend. But I can still keep them apart. And then across. And then across there. Now these ones will have this little line. I'm just going to darken it in. I could use my ruler if I wanted to. It's a small area, so if I keep my hand steady. And so those are example of just having some windows, boom, 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 boom. As we put some value in those, eventually, you know, it's going to be darker up here, right? And so that'll start to show that those are receding in space. This one's going to be lighter, so I'm just going to leave it like that. This might have a little bit of a darker gray. It may have some brick on it, right? On those sort of things. And so that's an example of the things going back into space here. Looks like I'm getting a little bit longer than what I wanted on those, but these things would happen the same way. I'd start with the closest one over here, put in this thing, then shoot this one out into space and just make a piece of it. You're going to find that you have things that are very similar on those. These are kind of odd. These are rounded, so I can't really use a vanishing point other than maybe the decreasing width of those. But I'll kind of show you that as we're getting going here. So I wanted to call it a halt right then, just because I don't want the video itself to be too terribly long. I think you get the idea of what I'm talking about starting to put in different details. You know, if I wanted to change this up a little bit more, maybe I put a row of windows here, I put another row of windows right through here with those. Maybe that would be a good structure that I deal with. So I have 2 rows of windows, and then I have the big lamp thing on the side, and then I could finish off this one with those diagonals that we have going. But I think that's it. I'll finish it up. I'll post it on the assignment site, and we'll be ready to go. Finish up your outline drawing. I'll see how long it takes. This is about 1 session, right, for me on that one. But so we might give you another session on that, trying to finish that up. I think that ought to do us. Thanks. Bye.